Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. Welcome to team meeting number 88. And in today's team meeting, we'll be discussing some things for the coming year. We'll be discussing a new feature which we've released. And I think Rob has some interesting news. Rob?
Let's, why don't we go to the most important thing, which is the interesting feature you want to talk about. And then we'll talk about the other stuff.
To the interesting feature. I have, as I think perhaps people have seen announced last week or the week before that on Twitter, we had a bug, which we'd a persistent bug in the marketplace, which had been found with much difficulty. I did find it, thankfully, which solved a lot of the issues that we've been having on the marketplace as part of a side project. And I've documented, there's a blog post underneath as well, so you can read a little bit more about it. But as a side project, I'd also been changing things and adding a new logon page so people could actually do proper self-service and do some other things that they needed to do. So we released that today. That's so when you go to Canvas, you'll now no longer be forwarded directly to the marketplace, but you'll be forwarded to logon.oplerno.com with a HTTPS, of course. And that link is also in the show notes below. And there you can log in. Your email address doesn't change. Your password doesn't change. Your logon doesn't change. But one thing that does change is for the members of our faculty who have an Oplerno email address and don't use it, but do use their private email addresses. They can now, if they fill in their Oplerno email address, they will get their if they ask to reset their Oplerno login, they'll get their reset password and their reset information on their personal email. So if you've set it up, or if Dan or I or Robert set it up with your personal email as well as your Oplerno email, then you should now be getting your reset passwords. If you're having trouble logging in, please contact me, crompton@oplerno.com, Rob, skiff@oplerno.com, and we'll sort it out for you. And of course, you're always welcome to mail us at faculty@oplerno.com. I think this is going to improve your experience 1,000-fold.
Yeah, and we're going to be sending out an email to everybody on this, all the faculty, so it'll make the onboarding and the experience really, really, yeah, like Daniel said, seamless. And it takes a lot of work to find those kinds of mistakes and to change up that. So thank you, Daniel.
Yeah, it takes a lot of work.
That's awesome.
Well,
it's good. Let's talk a little bit about, I want to give you guys a couple of different updates. One is Scott Cohen asked if we could update everybody on what's been happening at Burlington College. So right now, Burlington College is asking us to two things. One is work with their faculty, a couple of them, on helping them develop their curriculum and their course to put both on Burlington College's, so that Burlington College students can access it, but also that we can also place that on our marketplace program. And so we're working with a couple of faculty there. What's also really interesting is that we're going to be piloting a program with their faculty in terms of helping them develop their skills in online education and pedagogy and course development. Those courses are going to be taught by our faculty that we have at Oplerno, who have created courses both in, instructional development, course design, and teaching. So we're excited to get more numbers get some more concrete numbers coming up in February, and that's going to be great for our faculty. Now, one of the other really interesting pieces is that lots of schools, while they have certain kinds of online learning programs, they don't necessarily have great classes and support services to help students navigate this new online environment and develop the skills necessary to be successful. And we've got a great class, which is online learning for students, that we're also going to be working with Burlington College for, and that's going to draw students to that particular class. Now, we haven't had the kinds of success we would like in terms of having Burlington College students register for Oplerno classes. We've had a little bit of interest, but not enough to make it worthwhile for people to launch sections. So we're going to be pushing that online, pushing that marketing piece in a few other ways. And one of those ways is that, I'll be talking with the faculty and sending out another note to point out the course catalog and the URLs. We have a landing page for each course, and that landing page can be used to access the class and register for it. And that's going to be a really big touch point for people who are just randomly coming in to see Oplerno and what we're up to. But we've also, Daniel and I have been talking, and John Montagna have been talking about the need to do some more institutional sales. Now, we have a lot of content that's available, and what we're going to be doing is offering that content and our faculty members to different institutions. We've already done that with Burlington College, but that's a relatively small school in the Northeast. There are other schools that need content and need faculty members and teachers. You all know about Pearson's, which basically charges about anywhere between $350 to $750 for a seat, just the content part of a class. Well, what we're doing is we're offering both the content and the faculty member to teach that course for about $750 per seat for a college to kind of, if you will, private label. And that makes the economics really beneficial for the college, and also really, really beneficial for the faculty member who's developed that class. Because, according to our contracts, we're making, Oplerno only takes $100 or 10%, whichever is greater per course. And so that means that faculty members, can be earning, in a section of 10, they would be earning $6,500 for a section, and that's great. So what I've done is we have a link to on our angel list section,
which I've added in the show notes below.
Yep, but that's the sort of the stand-in. We're also going to be adding today a job section up on oplerno.com where people can go to and take out a look at the jobs we're offering. And this one is an institutional sales representative, and this person is going to be the director of institutional sales, and will be working to sell our content to colleges and universities. Maybe if you're located on the West Coast, then you can do this job on the West Coast. We don't really care where people are located, just that you're in a rather large market. And there's certain levels of equity and compensation that, if you're coming on board, that you'll be able to access. What we're looking in terms of criterion is someone who can employ effective consulting techniques, including pre-call planning and productive questioning strategies that can lead to winning business success for higher ed institutions. Demonstrate, superb organizational skills. Deliver technology presentations to faculty and administrators, high-level administrators at these institutions, to get them interested in what Oplerno has to offer. And the territory doesn't matter, et cetera. So this is a way for you to get in on the ground floor of something that we really need to focus in on, which is our sales. Everything is basically built. We've been working on trying to get, and we're good now at bringing faculty into the system and having them develop their courses, supporting them through that. We're good at onboarding, basic numbers of students into the classes. But what we need right now is to take those materials and do the institutional, the easiest piece is to do some institutional sales and to go out to higher ed, to colleges and universities, show them what we have, and also show them that we can develop courses that they need in a lot quicker and for a lot cheaper cost than if they're going with a large publication publishing company like Pearson's and some others. That does not mean we're not also going to be posting next week or the week after a position to just deal with, I don't know what we would call them, chief revolutionary, someone who really is whose job is just to go out and generate interest by students into Oplerno's classes and developing, really these customized degree programs. We want someone who's going to, kick up some dust. And that's all centered around the marketing and the sales. One thing that it's really important to keep in mind with Oplerno and with sort of social network marketing right now is that, Google AdWords and SEO, search engine optimization, are really, really important, but they also cost a tremendous amount of money. And what we're trying to do is build a movement here. And we think we can do that with institutional sales and then with kicking up, the revolution on a one-by-one basis by, speaking out about the things in higher ed that don't work, like we're doing with Daniel's work with Higher Ed Revolution. And hopefully in the next week or two, we'll also have my dissertation changed slightly and then placed up where people can buy it. And we've had a lot of downloads of that, about 200 in the last, it's actually been almost a month. And that's, really, really good from my standpoint, considering that it was the holidays. So that's sort of the basic pieces. You've got the new onboarding. We're talking about, the institutional sales team that we're trying to develop, searching for those revolutionaries who are going to get the word out that education needs to be controlled by faculty and students. And also, moving forward and looking at the next year as one of growth. And, we're going to still, like I said in my update, we're going to still be here. But we're also, going to be moving forward in our agenda to create more programs and to develop more certificates and degrees. So that's it. Daniel, do you want to add anything?
Yeah, no, I completely agree with what you say. We really need to. We're really, really moving forward. And as I said, I said it in the tweets as well, or in the Facebook post or whatever, that we're really discussing. There's really a lot of things that we want to do this year. There's so many things that we want to do that we're really going to have an opportunity to be able to do this year. Things that's in the past were just, or for 2015 were just slightly too much to be able to do, just with the small team that we have. And this year we can really, really, really expand them. And especially we needed this chief revolutionary officer
It's the chief subcomandante. We'll figure out subcomandante or comandante. Marcos to help us get the word out.
No, not comandante Marcos. No, don't. But we'll absolutely go to the right way. Yeah. And I'll give you updates on the Higher Ed Revolution. I just got a quick glance of it, and we're over the 1,300 followers on there. So and I'm now getting regular emails saying, you're doing this Higher Ed Revolution thing, but what is this Oplerno that I get emails about, and I get things about? What is this? What is this that you're actually? That's what's backing this Higher Ed Revolution. So that's very interesting as well to see what with 3 months of effort, I think it is, to build up a brand, to build up an idea. That's something that sits apart, but together with Oplerno, something that we can actually use to feed, to get the word out about Oplerno and also get the word out about other things as well. Really be able to do that. So
that means you had almost 200 ads, people adding to Higher Ed Rev last week.
But the thing is, it's like exponential growth. So we have 200 ads isn't actually exponential growth. It's slightly less, but at the moment we're going up slightly, and every single time I notice that we probably get about 2 times as many people who add as the previous week. So I think that probably 200 is about right, which means that we'll be up to, I think, 1,500 next week. Maybe maybe 1900 2 weeks time. So I'm just going. I'm really happy with the growth of with the way we're going. I'm also I can't believe the cool stories we have. I'm going to put the link in the notes later. We had absolutely the most brilliant a brilliant piece, something that really blew my mind about wicked problems. And of course, as everybody knows, education is a wicked problem. I don't mean wicked like wicked hard, although it is, but wicked as in it's a problem that isn't solvable but just by one solution. There are lots and lots of things that need to be tweaked, and this is what we're busy with Oplerno. And it's just interesting to read a piece from a research paper from 2000 to see that, and education is such a hard problem to solve. And there isn't a solution, as everybody thinks. There's a solution to education. No. You have to give more money. You have to do that. But there isn't. But it's just so good to get this confirmation. I'd never read the paper before, and then now suddenly I see wicked problems everywhere.
The ecosystem. It's really interesting to create an ecosystem. I mean, we've got different parts of it, and then other people are working on other parts of the problem, and then you combine them, and you get these feedbacks between the different communities that are going to generate change. But change is coming because you can see it in what people are talking about. You can check it out in terms of the loans, the general angst in the States and in Europe and all over the world, where people want high quality, affordable education. Yeah. All right, so guys, we would have a longer meeting, but we have a lot to do today. So we're going to cut it short. If you have questions, hit them at questions@oplerno.com. But remember that on our website, on Oplerno, you can send us a message. You can go to the website. You can click on the bottom right-hand corner, send us a message, and we'll get back to you right away. You can also call us and email us. Our contact information is around. I'm skiff@oplerno.com. You can also check me out at rskiff on Twitter, and all kinds of good stuff. Daniel's got a ton of social media pieces, and we'll see you guys all online. Yeah. And we'll see you next week.
And of course, everything that he said just doesn't just apply to the guys. It's also for all the girls and the women out there, of course.
Oh, was I not using inclusive language?
Yeah.
Well,
the social justice warrior in me comes out.
Good. I've been hanging out in the Northeast too long. All right. I will talk with you later.
Thanks, people. See you online.
Bye-bye.